You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
If you prefer real mornings, shouldn't you have a real breakfast? At McDonald's, we get real about breakfast. That's why you can have a savory sausage biscuit with delicious hash browns for only $1.50. It's time to wake up breakfast. Single item at regular price. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Not to be a backseat driver, but can you say for sure you got the best monthly payment possible on your auto loan? Could it be that you might have gotten a better deal by shopping the loan at a few places and have a lower car payment? Next time, before you go car shopping, visit Communication Federal Credit Union first. Our auto loan experts will find you a perfect loan and get you the lowest monthly payment we can. Communication Federal, your auto loan experts. Restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ready to stand out, Army ROTC prepares you not only as a college student, but as a strong leader, allowing you to earn the rank of second lieutenant. You will be eligible for full tuition merit-based scholarships and develop leadership skills essential for your future. Start strong and enhance your college experience. Visit your campus Army ROTC representative today. To find out how you can earn up to a full tuition scholarship, visit goarmy.com/podcast to locate your closest ROTC program today. Army officers inspire, strengthen others. Paid for by the United States Army.
Hi, I'm Mike, founder of DollarShaveClub.com. What is DollarShaveClub.com? Well, for $1 a month, we send high-quality razors right to your door. Yeah, $1. Are the blades any good? No. Our blades are f***ing great. Each razor has stainless steel blades, an aloe vera lubricating strip, and a pivot head. It's so gentle a toddler could use it. And do you like spending $20 a month on brand name razors? 19 go to Roger Federer. I'm good at tennis. And do you think your razor needs a vibrating handle, a flashlight, a back scratcher, and 10 blades? Your handsome-ass grandfather had 1 blade and polio. Looking good, pop up! Stop paying for shave tech you don't need. And stop forgetting to buy your blades every month. Alejandro and I are going to ship them right to you. We're not just selling razors, we're also making new jobs. Alejandro, what were you doing last month?
Not working.
What are you doing now?
Working.
I'm no Vanderbilt, but this train makes hay. So stop forgetting to buy your blades every month and start deciding where you're going to stack all those dollar bills I'm saving you. We are DollarShaveClub.com, and the party is on.
I know karate, I know jiu-jitsu and drive like a gangster when I'm coming to see you, see you.
KLRN Radio has advertising rates available. We have rates to fit almost any budget. Contact us at advertising@klrnradio.com.
The following program contains coarse language and adult themes. Listener discretion is advised.
And welcome to another episode of The Cocktail Lounge. I am your hostess for the mostest, Aggie, and with me as always is the most affable and quaffable, ever suave, Brad Slager. How are you doing this evening, Brad?
Merry freaking Christmas.
Yeah, I think you're still celebrating, aren't you?
Oh yeah, it's ongoing over here because so much damn family is why I can't leave South Florida or anything else, and it's ongoing, it's ever present, and yeah, I had Christmas Eve with one side of the family, Christmas Day with my side of the family, Meanwhile, the grandkids were segregated because they had to go visit all their various ancillary atomic units, and therefore they're coming over tomorrow so they can finish our immediate family Christmas.
It's it's kind of cool that you can actually extend instead of just like the traditional one day. I mean, in my house we do 12 days. We literally do the 12 days. We do it's not a gift exchange or anything, but we do celebrate, and I keep the tree up until after January 6th. But it's kind of nice to extend. It shouldn't be just one day. There's such a buildup for Christmas Day. It should be.
Well, yeah, it's kind of nice that you don't sit there and just, belch everything out in one day and then you feel like you slammed on the brakes and it's like, oh, so we're done, I guess. Okay, whatever. This way at least it's kind of spaced out. You're always doing stuff. Or you're not getting rest. It all depends on your perspective.
Well, I'm still trying to recover from yesterday.
Yeah. Indeed.
I had a nice family get together, but I did all the cooking and all the washing up, all the cleaning, all of the prep and everything, while they mostly kept to playing dominoes and having fun, and which was nice. I'm not gonna say I didn't like it, and I was upset that nobody helped me because several times people offered to help me, and I kept saying no. This is what I do. You guys go and play and have fun and enjoy the day, and that's fine. And we finally sat down to Christmas dinner, and it was really nice. My roast duck came out absolutely awesome, and there were no leftovers. Oh no, there were two drumsticks left over. That was it. Everything else was gone. And I made candied carrots, and I made green beans with mushroom and bacon and feta cheese, and I made flatbread, and I made what else did I make? Oh, and the potatoes that were cooked in the duck fat, and I mean there was plenty of food. It was all eaten. So, and I was like, man, I had kind of looked forward to leftovers, but I'm always glad when there are none, because that tells me that people actually did enjoy the food. So that was nice.
Well done on you.
Yeah. And then after that, they kept playing. And after I was done cleaning and everything, and I had served dessert, and I passed the Prosecco and did the snow globes all around and everything, I went to watch It's a Wonderful Life, and people left me alone. It was glorious.
Oh, so you have your movie tradition too.
I have to watch there are like 10 Christmas movies I have to watch every year. And I will plow over anybody that tries to stop me.
The Ref, clearly.
The
Ref.
Actually, I did watch that one this year. I love that movie.
Yeah. Dennis Leary is just golden in that one.
He really is. He really is.
Well, I should probably address a very dramatic element from our last show that surely has people on tenterhooks and edge of their seat kind of stuff. I finally got to open my box from Aggie.
Yes, he did.
I'm just going to say this. It was pretty kick-ass.
I'm pretty sure I did really well with that gift. I think I scored a touchdown with it, didn't I?
Yeah, you see what you did there. Yes, you did. So, yeah, I've got a packing box of about 3 by 3 that I'm beholding here. So it's like, all right, let's carve into it. And of course, a crap ton of stuffing you got to get through. And then there's this emerald shell peeking through the packing. And I said, no, she didn't. And I pull it from the packing material. And no, hell yes, she did. This is a full-scale Miami Hurricanes football helmet. And as I'm turning it and looking at it, the entire front of this thing is just scarred and beaten to hell. The face mask is all ground. This is a game used helmet you found.
Yeah, I kind of wanted a perfect one, but I was like, I'm never gonna get this lucky, so I snagged it.
No. I didn't mean game used. I love this thing. This is awesome. I mean, it is
It is battle scarred. I will say that.
deeply so. I'm guessing a lineman of some sort probably wore this. I've got to do some research here now because there's no indicator as to whom it was wearing this thing, but they only have worn this helmet once in I think the last 9 years. So I've got the game pinned down. I'm gonna have to sit there and dig through a lot of photos, especially late game photographs, and see if I can start maybe piecing together some of the scratches and gouges on the front of this thing and see if I can go Zapruder on it and figure out
That's
exactly who wore this thing.
yeah. You're gonna be investing a lot of hours just
Well, I
looking
think I
at
can
footage.
maybe, if I can actually pull up the actual footage from the game, I'll watch the fourth quarter and just see. A lot of times
Oh well,
when
that's easier, I suppose.
they wrap up the plays, and a lot of times there's a close up on the guys in the line and stuff. So I'll be doing my share of freeze framing. I'm certain. Yeah, this is cool. This is very cool. I'm gonna have to get a shelf for it,
Yes.
display it prominently. But no, it is.
I was very happy to have found that. But you gave me a really cool gift too. He actually gave me several gifts, and I have to talk to you about one of them because it was unexpected.
which one? I'm like you were
No,
expecting.
no.
Others.
You finish talking about your gifts, and then I'll get into
Oh,
mine.
okay. But yeah, that was one of them. Then I also got I got a basket of the 12 drinks of Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Got a dozen airline bottles, each one numbered.
Which you promptly opened up completely. You were supposed to do it one day at a time.
My president did
Seriously.
not have an instruction manual. So
You had seen that I had made these before, and you complained that I didn't make one for you. So I did one. What
I don't
do you
think I
do?
complained. Well, yeah, I probably did complain. It's like, gave people liquor, not me. No, but also you're going to give me a basket of liquor bottles and I'm not going to open them? Stop it.
Well, this was supposed to be one day at a time. And believe it or not, our producer, I gave Rick something similar. So, and he
Okay,
started
well.
early.
Well, you probably gave him more of an advent calendar where mine is the 12 of Christmas.
No, it was 12 days, but he started his
Mhm.
early. As soon as he got it.
Oh, okay, so I'm not the only asshole then. Okay,
No.
I don't feel bad.
Just next time I ever gift this, I'm going to include instructions
Yeah, that would be helpful because
because this was a
men
way
are
for
known
you
for
to have
following the instructions all the time on Christmas
you
Day.
you opened it the first one on the first day and then you made a cocktail out of it. So each day something to incentivize you to make a cocktail. That's what it was supposed to be for. But no, go ahead, just drink all 12. It doesn't matter.
I will. And then she got me 2 very classic volumes of mixology, one of which I'm very eager to explore. Bartender's Guide by Schrader Vic himself. Damn. I mean, this is an original, too. This is what, I saw this earlier, 1947.
It was a good year.
And this thing is just choked with. It's not like, they have all these pages of filler with backstories and photographs. No, this is like hundreds of pages of recipes. And there's a drinking glass guide, which I'm going to really kind of analyze because I bet a lot of that is old school stuff. May not be in common practice today, but yeah, Like Trader Vic is like just, a hero in mixology circles. Tipsology, he's one of the four heads on Mount Rushmore. That's just the way it goes. Oh, and a little sidebar here. This cracked me up. A little bit of a trek on this one, but stick with me. You remember maybe 2 Christmases ago, I think it was, you gave me the tiki head bowl glasses.
Yes.
One was brownish, one's clear.
Yes.
Okay, so there's a writer out there, Matt Walsh. He's a movie writer.
Mm-hmm.
Funny guy, does a lot of. He's got a new book out about Siskel and Ebert, and he's pretty witty, he's pretty funny, self-effacing, but he's got a thing. This one of the reasons he's like quite a hero of mine. Every single time a movie comes out that has a restaurant tie-in, like they have a themed menu to go with it.
Mm-hmm.
His editor sends him out to go consume that entire menu from that movie. So,
oh my.
The movie Wonka just came out, and International House of Pancakes has a themed Wonka menu. And it's got pancakes encrusted with like a purple frosting covering on it and golden sprinkles. And it's got some kind of chocolate milkshake concoctions and all kinds of just, bladder busting, artery clogging food available. He has to usually sit and eat the whole thing. And he'll sit there and live tweet it, and he'll put an article out about it. It cracks me up. He and I sometimes trade jokes online about it too, because I've done similar things, but he gets paid to do it. I'm jealous. And I was recanting one of the others. I remember going to Red Robin when Terminator Genesis came out.
I remember that.
And they had, a themed menu as well. And they had a drink, and it was, I forget even what they called it, like blue pneumatic fluid or some crap like that. Made with curacao, of course. And it was like a blue punch or such. And it cracked me up because there it is on the menu, that clear glass head that you've given me. It was served in that, and they had a cherry on a long spike sunk in the glass just enough so that it sat behind the eye on the face of the tiki face. So it looked red just like the robot would.
No way.
But this
That's
isn't
cool.
It's not a full tiki glass. It's almost like a bowl shaped or a coupe, if you would, but it's a face of a tiki god. And so what
Kind of
they
like a goblet.
Yeah, there you
right?
go. That would work. But yeah, I mean, for promotional purposes, they had the cherry positioned inside the drink just perfectly so that the eye was red like the Terminator robot is. But I doubt the bartenders would nail it in such a fashion. But it just cracked me. I was like, I remember that. Holy crap. I got those glasses from Maggie.
Yes, I remember you screamed at me when I sent you those.
Screamed, did I?
Well, it was all caps lock.
Oh.
That's how, type screaming.
That's how I squee.
Yes, I guess so. Oh man, yeah, I got lucky on that Trader Vic's book, so that was pretty cool. I was very happy to have seen it.
Yeah, that's going to be some fun exploration in print form. We've been combing through that for a time, I'm sure. But I think I got a squee out of you.
You did twice. Okay, so poor Brad, he had ordered several items for me, and we have a thing that sometimes we'll gift each other vintage stuff. So, we search and whatnot, and thus the helmet, thus the book, that kind of thing. But the first gift actually arrived here a couple of weeks before Christmas. So, and he yelled at me, "Do not open it." I was like, "Fine, I won't open it."
Okay, well, little backstory here too. shipping this year is just out the ass as far as anything goes. Like, you and I have a birthday within a week of each other, so we always,
Yes.
try to get gifts. I think you sent me something on my birthday that got here in 2 days. It was like, I told you, I was like, hey, I got a box of it. You're like, wait, I just already? That kind of crap. Case in point, the secondary box that I sent to you, I put in the mail week before Christmas, and they said, oh, no, this is going to get there by Thursday. And I looked at the woman, I was like, okay, so Friday and Saturday, got it. Just knowing ahead of time. I gave myself a buffer. This damn thing bounced all over Texas.
It was everywhere. Yes, it
So,
was.
like, Thursday morning, I get a notice. Hey, everything's copacetic. It's on schedule. It's getting to her probably today. We'll let you know. Then by the nighttime, it's like, yeah, not going to happen. So I'm getting updates, and they're not giving me updates. So I have to go in and get these updates. This thing went to Dallas, I think Coppola, Texas, Fort Worth.
Capel. Went to
Okay,
Capel.
Capel. That might be
Mhm.
it. A fourth distribution center. And then back to Dallas again. And this is on Sunday. Like, you sons of bitches. I gave it to Texas. You should be able to get it over the finish line at this point. The hard part's getting there. No.
No, the hard part is just it was like rattling like a pea in a pod around Texas, apparently.
Yeah,
It was
this thing
pretty
was
funny.
like on the road with Grateful Dead or something. Where's the next show? Are you going to Wisboro anytime this month, you dumbasses? But I'm guessing, yeah, I got to you a day late, so I'll guess I'll take it, but I apologize. But yeah, and then the first one, I am looking forward to, is coming from, I won't say sketchy, but an unreputable. I didn't know the place, so I was like, all right, I'm going to have it sent to her directly now, just so it'll hopefully get there by Christmas. And of course, the damn thing rolled in at like what, December 4th or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was pretty funny, but it was pretty epic. And then, like a good girl, I actually took it out of the bag it came in, and it was still in a package, and there was nothing to tell me what it was. So all I did was wrap it and put it under the tree. That way, I would have something to unwrap. And so I did, and it came disassembled with no instructions. And I'm like, okay.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah, there were no instructions outside of plastered on the box, stuck in the box, on one of the items, nothing. It was there were 3 parts, and it came with light bulbs, and it was like the coolest thing. And I finally figured out how to put it together. Jeff would have been so proud of me, because it took an engineering mind to figure this out, and I did it. So I was very, very happy, and I'm going to post a picture of it in the chat for you guys to see. It is the coolest lamp. It has an Edison bulb, and then the thrusters are the smaller candlelight bulbs, but they flicker. It is the coolest thing, and I love that thing. I had it on last night while I was reading, even though it's not a reading lamp, but it was really cool.
yeah, what kind of light does that kick out? Is it appreciable? What do you think? 75 watt?
I think that may be a 75 watt Edison bulb. I'd have to take it. The Edison bulb itself came assembled, but the other smaller ones did not. I think those are 15. And then,
Yeah, those are more for appearance anyway. But yeah, I thought it was like, oh, that's kind of steampunk looking. But then I said, wait, if those are flickering candle lights, and they were, I was like, gotta get it. That's it.
yeah, they did flicker. And I was like, that threw me for a loop. I saw the little black things, and I was like, I wonder what those are for. Maybe it's just for looks or something. No, they flicker. I was like, I can't even scream right now because my voice is out, but it was really neat. So
That lamp's a rocket ship.
Yep. It was really cool. And So that one arrived first, and it was under the tree. But your gifts actually arrived today. So I, in a way, had also had an extended Christmas because apparently a lot of my friends and family are telling me, "Oh, your gift will be late.
Oh.
Everything is late this year."
Mm-hmm.
My sister, she's in Germany right now, so her shopping is kind of behind schedule anyway, because she wanted to send stuff from Germany, and I specifically told her the little brandy chocolate bottles, the Ausbach.
Oh,
I told
right.
her I want those, so she's sending those, but she wants to wait until it is really cold here, since it's chocolate. That way, when it travels, it won't melt or make a mess. And then my other sister down south of me, she was telling me that her Christmas was really expensive with the grandkids and all that stuff, blah, 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 blah. But when I sent them a gift, she was like, "Oh, I have to get you something too. So what do you want?" And I told her, I said, "I miss the Parmesan cheese from this Italian place that I used to get all the time." So she's going to send me like a quarter wedge of a wheel.
Oh, wow.
I know. I'm like, I don't think I can go through that. So I told her, no, not that much. Just, a bag of shredded Parmesan. But
What? Great. What?
I don't demand lots of things. I'm not picky about my gifts or anything. As a matter of fact, I enjoy getting old things, obviously vintage stuff. I love that stuff. I love it when people make stuff for me. Um, Last year, my daughter cross-stitched the coolest thing for me. She always hears me saying, "Not today, Satan." So she made a cross-stitch of a text exchange between me and Satan. And so my bubble said, "Not today, Satan." It was blue. And then the other bubble was green. And it said, you keep putting things off. Is something going on? I don't understand. Do you want to make an appointment? It's the funniest thing. But I use it to remind myself that, yeah, not today. It's not good. It's just not happening. you know. So it's I like when I get handmade stuff. So it's really cool. But one of the gifts that you sent today, I was jumping up and down when I unwrapped it.
Well, I take that as a good sign.
Yes, y'all, Brad found a Jim Beam genie bottle. Yes, the same bottle that they used for the I Dream of Jeannie show was a Jim Beam bottle, and they painted it. And back then, the paint that they used on the bottle was so expensive that bottle itself was kept under lock and key because nobody, if you broke it, that was it. That was the only prop they had of that one bottle. And it was, I had wanted one of my own. I had always wanted one. And Brad was very diligent in searching for this bottle.
Yeah, this thing was not easy to procure. But it cracks me up that is the history. This wasn't a prop they fabricated. This was a Jim Beam special edition, commemorative bottles they used to put out all the time. Came out in, I think, 63. And the prop masters looked at it and they were like, yeah, we can do something with this. So they literally used the Jim Beam bottle for Genie's bottle. And I was like, I got to get this. It's going to be perfect if I can find one. Capital I, capital F, underline, like italicize. Yeah, if.
Yeah.
These abound, but finding one that does not have like the tax stamps plastered all over the front of it, or the big thing is the stopper. Finding it with the stopper intact, or even with the stopper period, is kind of a stretch. And then if everything's intact and perfect, they want like $300 for it. Like, stop it. In glass bottle, it's not even full.
Yeah, it doesn't even have the booze in it.
And I saw a lot of them that had the stopper, but then the cork was either worn off entirely, or the rubber portion was there, so it sat crooked in the bottle. It's like, no, No. So,
Yeah, that's one of the things a lot of people don't know about that particular style because it wasn't a cork like it was for other bottles or ceramic. It was glass. So um, it tended to chip more easily. It tended to break more easily. And so
yeah,
finding
and
one with the
it's not
stopper
a
is
fully
very,
intact cork either because the
no,
bottom of the stopper is almost like a probe, and then that's wrapped with a
in the
thin
cork. Hmm.
cork with a rubber
Yeah.
gasket attached to it. So to get all of that in place and such is tough to come by. But I think it was by Thanksgiving I fell into one. Okay, now we're gold. So
So I was very happy. And of course, he also got me a Die Hard gift set.
well, no,
Which,
that was the one from Paul.
that's the one from Paul. Okay, cool. So Paul got me the Die Hard gift set
Hence the
with
different wrapping.
the John McClane stuffed character inside. Oh my God, that is so epic.
Yeah, it's the what was it, about 4 years ago, I guess they put it out. It's
Yeah.
basically Die Hard, but as a children's book.
Yes, yes. I have it, but I didn't have the gift set. I didn't even know the gift
Oh,
set
okay.
existed. So I was quite happy to have that.
And the funny
And
thing is, I actually read that to Luna a week ago.
did you really?
It was her idea too, because I've got my movie tree up, and I have that sitting under the tree with I've got the car from Jingle All the Way. That was a gas station giveaway that a few people have. It's a Turbo Man car from Union
Oh yeah.
76. So I got those under my tree, and she just came in one night, and she was like, "What's this book? I want to read it." And I was like, "Well, it's not really a kid's book." And it's like, "Yeah, let me introduce you to the Christmas story, kid." And so walked her through it. And the funny thing is, like, the text inside the book is all in rhyme fashion.
Yes, yes, that is true.
But
That
I
one.
read it to her as the plot itself. She wasn't she's like, no, tell me, why is he doing this? Why is he doing that? Well, let me explain it to you.
No, it's a cool book, and I read it Christmas Eve. Not gonna lie.
But then this
It's
one
fun.
comes with a small plush version of John McClane as drawn
Yes.
in the book. It's a cartoonish John McClane. And the part I
Like
love
yeah,
the most is it's got on his forearm the names of the bad guys that he wrote in there. I was like, there's a good touch.
yes,
Okay,
that
that was
was
some
good.
detail.
And it has the um uh fire hose wrapped around his midriff too, like, and he's
Like,
always like he's about to jump off the Nakatomi Tower. So
yeah,
it
it's got
was
a
cool.
suction cup, so it hangs with his arms above his head as he's descending off the roof when the helicopter blew up.
Hmm.
A pivotal cinematic moment in history.
So that was cool.
I'm
And
I'm hatching an idea for next year. I want to do for Christmas. So I got to work this one out. Probably start around summertime. I had to work out some schematics and think things through a little bit, but I have an idea. Die Hard related. I'll just say that teaser for next Christmas. Tune in.
okay, I will be needling you every week until you tell me.
No,
Uh,
just start maybe like I don't know when Hallmark starts their Christmas in July bull crap. Maybe then
okay,
as a
I'll start
reminder.
then. And the last gift that you sent me was actually really cool, but it was unexpected. Y'all,
Oh, that's right. I did. I forget all about that too.
my podcast husband sent me lip gloss, y'all. But not just any lip
I think when
gloss.
people think of Brad Slager, writer, podcast extraordinaire, they think women's makeup.
It's actually really cute. They're shaped like little wine bottles. And so I opened them and I was like, oh my God, these are the most awesome things I've ever. I got to get some for my sisters. I do. I have to get them for every single female I know. That is already on the list to get
Oh,
as stocking
okay.
stuffers for next year. So thank you for the idea. But what I didn't know, I thought these were just lip glosses because it just says, lip gloss on the box, and it tells you that it does have an expiration date and blah 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 blah. And all. They're not lip glosses, Brad. They're lip stains.
Well, yeah,
So
it says
yes,
that, doesn't it?
no, it didn't say that on the box that I had. So I went to apply it, and it is a beautiful rosy brown color. I love it. And I was like, oh, that's pretty. And I went to do something else, la 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 la. I go wash dishes. I come back to actually wash my face and get ready for bed before the podcast, which I do every night. And I'm washing my face, and it doesn't come off. And I'm like, wait. And I run my finger on it, and I look. It's like, oh my God, these are lip stains. This is so cool. And I was just like over the moon with that because every woman I know hates having to reapply her makeup, hates having, especially her lipstick or lip gloss or whatever. So this was actually really, really cool. And there was a trick to it. I actually used my cleansing oil to remove it, but you can use makeup remover or even just plain soap to remove it. So it's not hard to remove.
And this is me sitting here taking all the credit, shaking my head in sage-like fashion. I had no idea there was a damn difference.
There is a difference.
So lip stain is different than lipstick. I mean, like lip gloss, I know what that is. I mean, lip liner I've heard of, and I can probably put it together what that thing does.
Oh my God, you need an education. You need to talk to your wife. She'll tell you.
I don't need an education in makeup. That's not, may as well throw WNBA stats at me. It's not going to adhere to anything in the brain. Oh, wait, who had that three-pointer last night? He's gone.
Well, I really appreciate it. I thought they were really cool because they're shaped like little wine bottles. They're the most adorable things I've ever seen. And seriously, when I opened them and I saw the two boxes, I was like, what is this? I don't get it. So I opened one and this little wine bottle comes out, and I tried to scream, but I couldn't because my voice is gone. So, I was like really excited. I was just like, oh my God, this is so cute. I can't wait. I can't wait to be able to put on makeup so I can put this on.
All right. Well, I'll have to give you the source for mine.
Yes.
The thing is, when I was in Orlando, I saw one or something very similar for sale in a shop, and I was like, I need to research this more. So, I think they were selling them for, I don't know, $8, $9. And I said, is that a lot for lipstick? I have no clue. I mean, if it doesn't say Kylie Jenner on it and it's not $27, what?
Yeah, it is. Lipstick can be ridiculous. I mean,
it could either be dirt cheap or it could be I'm getting raped on it. I said, I need to look into this first. So I did, and I found this. I was like, oh, okay. And they had a couple colors, and I was like, crapshoot. All right, I don't know what shade she actually goes with. Let's do this. So I placed the order, and then it comes in, and I've got like 8 boxes. I was like, wait, what the hell's this? And then I go back and look at my order, and it was like a set of 8. Like, oh, okay, I guess.
You don't pay attention, do you? It's not the first time this has happened to you.
Important stuff. Okay, I got 2 colors, and I paid for them, and I got them. I'm looking at it as, hey, bonus. So, yeah, I just wrapped up a bunch, and I gave them to my bitches at the tavern, all the other female regulars I hang out with there. It's just, here you go, Bobby. Here you go, Cindy. What the dude?
That was sweet, actually.
I'm a hell of a guy. Get me. There's Brad with presents at the bar. Hey.
I'm telling you, it's actually a very, very handy thing to have. So I was very happy.
I just thought it was cool and funny. It was like, yeah, lipstick in a wine bottle.
Yes, that was great. That was great. I could not tell you how great that was.
Oh, cool.
So, but yeah, so was Santa good to you too?
You'd say so. He did all right. I mean, like, I'm not big on gifts for me. Mainly because no one knows how to buy for me, it seems like. But there was a funny episode. Speaking of Orlando, we had a big family trip up there. So we were just in the shopping district, and I don't know, it was around sundown. And the wife leans into me and she's like, "Oh, by the way, your secret Santa, because the whole family we do this. Pick a name and that's who you buy for." She's like, "They have no idea what to get you." It's like, "Oh, okay." Just, a couple ideas, bottle of bourbon. I'm not telling them to get you bourbon. Fine. Whatever. Socks. I don't give a shit. But then it's, I don't know, it was like later, a couple hours later, we're bouncing around. So I go to a tiki shop that's on the square there. I got Luna a great Hawaiian dress. Can't wait for her to get that.
Me
And
neither.
then they
Because
had
I'll
another.
get pictures.
Oh yeah, she'll go for this, I'm sure. But there was another shop that was like, casual wear and fun Florida stuff. Blah, 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 and I'm just knocking around in there. And then in the back, I saw it. Tacky ass straw cowboy hat, stars and stripes. The bowl is blue with the stars.
yeah.
The brim has the red stripes. I was like, this is just god awful. I have to have it. And so I just, we're in the middle of our general pandemonium. I just ran up to the sister and was like, "Look, I don't know who Secret Santa is. Straw hat, stars and stripes. Jump in the shop and get it." Brad's happy. And I got pulled away. It was like, "Brad, you got to come here. We got to get beer. We got to get the kids." Yes, that's something. I just totally lost out on it. Apparently, this took half the family to purchase because then she says, "I have no idea what Brad's talking about." The other brother-in-law was like, "Oh, it's in this shop." My nephew, who had my name, was like, "Wait, he wants a $75 hat." And the brother-in-law was like, "No, you dumbass. Go in the back where the cheap shit is." That's what it is. Long story short, I've got this ugly as hell cowboy hat that I love to death. And the wife just basically is looking for ways to incinerate when I'm out of the house. I had
don't
even
understand.
forgotten about it. He gave it a bag and it's like, what the heck? I can't even feel what this is like. I opened the thing up and just started laughing my ass off. I was like, "Get the hell out of here." And everybody's like cautious. They're like, "Is he gonna like it? Is he gonna remember?" It's like bam, boom on my head. Like, this bitch, cool. So I was laughing my butt off the whole night. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, I haven't really gotten a lot of other gifts yet because we're doing our main tomorrow. So.
That should be fun.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear the loot that you break in. Okay, no,
Yeah,
I can't
I'm
wait
not going
to
to get
see
much. I don't want much.
what Luna breaks in. That's what I want to see.
No, she's kind of funny. I mean, she got like a crap ton of stuff at her place yesterday, I guess, and she came over tonight. The biggest thing, this is going to shock you, Papa, guess what I got? A journal.
Shocking absolutely no one. Gee, I wonder where she got the idea that journals were so cool. Yes, I'm glaring your way.
She already has, I think, 10.
I'm staring in the direction of Florida right now.
Hey, I didn't push this on her. I just nudged her a bit. But this one's funny because it's got the lock on it, but it also has, I don't know, some kind of like fiber optic lighting. It's got like a floral pattern, I think, on the front, but it lights up.
Ooh, that sounds so cool.
Yeah.
I really hope that she uses it because women are notorious for this. We will buy beautiful journals, beautiful notebooks and everything. And then, oh no, I can't write in that. It's too pretty. I'm not even kidding. This happens all the time.
She's to the state now. She's like learning her letters and spelling and stuff like that. So she's writing a lot. That thing. She'll come up to me when I'm working too. She's like, "Papa, how do you spell this?" Only problem is, I also got her a journal. She hasn't got it yet, so mine's gonna look like freaking butcher paper on a spindle or something compared to this fiber optic lock on the key journal she's got. But whatever. Fine.
Oh, calm down. She's gonna love it because her papa gave it to her.
Yes.
So don't.
And by the way, yes, this morning I was shopping for new journals for the new year.
I figured you were. I need to go hit up and see if they have any. I'll probably go to town tomorrow. I love that I have to say I'm going to town and it's like an hour away. Hit Barnes and Nobles and see if they have any of them on
Yeah, I
sale.
got my 2024 moleskin on the way. I've got refills for my 6 ring year compilation book, and yeah, new calendar for the wall. I'm ready.
You are.
New year, new attitude. Nah, same shit.
No, the only resolution that I keep every single year is to stick to Lent. That's it. That's my only resolution. And by God, I stick to my Lent. I do.
Well, did you get to watch any football by any chance?
I did. I watched a few games, specifically the Dallas Cowboys Miami
Ooh, I'm
Dolphins game.
sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm not. I'm not a
sorry.
fan. But I was surrounded by Dallas Cowboy fans, and so I was trying to keep my mirth to a minimum. I'm
Had to be a
sure
tough
that
game for them, I'm sure.
yes, it was, and I kept watching this, thinking, "Oh my God, I know that Brad's going to talk about it on Tuesday." I just know it.
Well, I mean, this is really the first time that they played well against a good team. Usually, they're
It was a good game. It was a good
smacking
game.
around the lessers, but I mean, it was a tight battle. They stayed in front. Damn, our kicker, I don't know where that came from. He had court, what, 3 50-yard field goals?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, had him on the bench for my fantasy league, but okay, whatever. I had the Bengals kicker too. I figured they were going to struggle, so he'd be kicking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he put up 4 points. The Miami kicker got that much and more, I think, on one kick. So there it is. Anyway, my season. No, that was a good win, and now everything points. It's kind of now, I don't know, point of contention in this house too, because the Bills also won. They're starting to get their act together. If Miami wins next week against Baltimore, tough task. They lock in the division. If not, they square off with the Bills for the last game of the season. That could be everything. So
That's going to be interesting if that happens, because it'll be an interesting time in your house.
Well, the thing is this, we usually have a line on tickets. Her really good friend from the military's had season tickets since, I don't know, puberty or something. Always has them set aside for her for the Bills game. She doesn't know if she can go, though, because if it's going to be that tight of a game, it could be flexed into prime time, and that would be the night before they go back to school. And she's thinking, there's no way I can do that because I'll be getting home at midnight at the best.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see if I can maybe sorry, you can't go. Hey, click, like a chip. Do you still have a ticket or 3? And maybe I can go. We'll see. That'll be kind of funny. But she's also leery to go because the Dolphin fans in their section get rather drunken and hostile towards Buffalo people. And last time they went, it was pretty ugly, and I wasn't there to mitigate the tension a little bit, or at least stand up and drop somebody like a bad habit. Back the F off my 11-year-old grandson, you piece of crap. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
We'll see if I can maybe go. We'll see. It all depends. But yeah, things have gotten dramatic and interesting. How about the Kansas City Chiefs all of a sudden forgetting how to play football?
I don't know what happened. I honestly don't know. I was watching. I think I watched like maybe half of the game that I watched, but I was like, what happened?
I'll tell you what happened. Taylor effing Swift. Or as I like to call her, the Yoko Ono of the NFL.
At least she can sing. I will give that woman that much credit. She can sing. She's a good businesswoman, and she knows how to make a movie, and she knows how to keep her fans happy. So I'm not a Swiftie. I do not listen to her music. I do have one song of hers that I actually like, and I think that's about it. But I got to give her credit. However, it's because of those traits that this is happening. And it's like every time she has a relationship and it's out in the open, it starts self-destructing. I mean, seriously, I mean, it's just a song waiting to happen. The only one that did not happen with was the one that she had for 5 years prior to Kelsey, who nobody knew about because it was a guy that wasn't in show
Stop it.
business. He wasn't a singer. He was a businessman of some sort. He kept his life private. I had no idea this woman had been dating that guy for 5 years. That's how quiet they kept it, which is why it lasted. The moment people started noticing and figuring out who this guy was, that's when it went to the toilet. So going in, I pretty much knew this was a hostage situation, and Kelsey was just trying to make the best of it.
Now we were just laughing at family. We were watching the game yesterday and stuff too, and just the fact that Taylor Swift fans are actually saying, "Oh, this Travis Kelce guy was a nobody until he started dating her." You dumb bitches.
So
she ain't dating a nobody. Think about that, okay? It's not like she met a guy standing in line at the bank to cash a check. Oh, you have kind eyes. We should go for coffee. Oh, we have so much in common. Well, no, she's dating a celebrity, you dinks.
Yeah, that's just, she's really a force of, she's a phenomenon. And as such, you can't, this was a discussion that I was actually having with a feminist some time back, and I brought it up to one of my kids because one of the kids asked, about having a job and having kids and how hard it is and all that stuff. And I said, let me tell you something. The biggest lie that was ever told a woman by society was that she can have it all. Because a guy cannot have it all. So why do you think a woman could? And we went off on that tangent. And one of the things that we were discussing was the fact that there were some women that chose to work and be mothers, but there was a give and take with that as well. You know, some of the women, yes, they worked 40 hours a week, but the kids also had after school stuff. You know, somebody was taking care of them, for a time, blah, blah, blah. They had, there was a housekeeper. The father came home early. There was an involvement with other family members or whatever. Or there were latchkey kids like you and me, that kind of thing. But that was, and when it comes to Taylor Swift, she has made her decision. It's just that people don't see it. People think that she is still having it all. No, she made her decision. She will have her dating on her own terms and in her own schedule when the schedule allows, And so now that she's been taking a break from touring and all this stuff because the Eras movie is out there and everything, she can actually go to these games. She can actually be seen with whoever she's dating and all that stuff. And I'm not saying that she's a mean person. She's actually a very nice, very kind-hearted person. She really is. But the thing is, she is a brand, and she likes being the brand, and she keeps up the brand, and something always has to give when that happens. And that's why it worked with the guy that nobody knew, because he wasn't in the way of the brand. But Kelsey is.
Yeah.
Every famous
Now they're
person
competing.
that she dates is in the way of the brand. And this is what people don't understand. And it's nothing against them. It's just that that's the way it works. So I, personally speaking, if this lasts a long while, it's a testament to them wanting to make it work, which is admirable. But he's his own brand now too. So I don't know how this is gonna, very few times do two brands that are not in the same field make things work.
Well, I'm just going to weigh in with my opinion on the matter.
Mhm.
Could not care less. It was kind of funny. I was at the tavern this afternoon because I was out picking some stuff up, and I was like, "Hey, I'm nearby. I got to finish some work." Popped in, and then one of the bowl games is on between Minnesota and I don't know, this other college that I didn't even know had a football team, but they were playing, and apparently the quarterback is engaged, but his engagement got waylaid because Minnesota Gophers had a losing record, but there were so many bowl games they didn't have enough winning or 500 teams, so they qualified to go to the bowl. So they had to put off their marriage for whatever reason. I guess I don't. Anyway, it got to be comical that they kept flashing to this hot looking blonde in the stands, and she was losing her nut every time they scored, and the guys are like, "Who the hell? What's going on?" And I was like, "It's clearly Minnesota's Taylor Swift," because they kept showing this broad. And then it got to be obnoxious in the third quarter. And just as a joke, I said, "You know what? We should all do shots every time they show her on camera." And all the old guys are like, "No, I'll be freaking loaded before 6. No way." Just, then it became
That's funny.
like I'm talking to other people too, and then all of a sudden I'd hear this like regular laughter percolating, and I would just look up, sure enough, there she is on camera again. Like, see, we will all be blasted right now.
That's hilarious.
Don't know why they got to do that. Anyway,
Well,
I'm looking forward to Thursday when the Hurricanes bowl game. When's your game, by the way? And
I don't know when our game is. I know that Texas State is currently playing right now at, I believe it's the First Responders Bowl, and it's at the SMU Stadium, and they're playing against Rice. And my youngest daughter, she graduated from Texas State. Her soon-to-be fiance, they're nudging that way. He is also a graduate from there, and so they're currently attending the game, and Texas State is excelling. They're doing really well. This guy, one of the guys, had 2 pick sixes. Can you believe that shit?
wow.
I mean, within like minutes. It was
really?
amazing. So that's bound to be a play of the week or something. But it was fun. I got to see the first half. Obviously, the second half is going on right now. I don't remember when the Aggies are playing, but we're playing in the Independence Bowl. And who are we playing? God, I don't even remember.
Yeah. Texas State currently is up 38-21. 3 minutes in the game, so it's kind of a lock.
Mm-hmm. So it has been from all the yelling and screaming that I hear, it has been a good game.
All right, I'll pull it up for your edification here. Let's just see, rolling through. This week, Surf Pro, gotta love that. I gotta make a point of watching the Pop Tarts Bowl. Okay, yeah, you're in the Texas Bowl.
Yeah, the Tax Act Texas Bowl, which used to be called the Independence Bowl. That's why I call it that. But I don't think it's the Independence. I think the Independence Bowl is somewhere else now. It's really, I don't know. It's weird. Oh no, it was called the Blue Bonnet. It was called
you
the
play
Blue
on
Bonnet.
Thursday as well. No, Wednesday. It looks like
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday, or as we like to call it, tomorrow.
Yes. So we play Wednesday
9
at
p.m.
8 o'clock.
That's a late one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, 9 p.m. on the Good Coast. Sorry.
Whatever. 8 o'clock on God's time zone. Yeah, so we're playing Oklahoma State. So that should be interesting because Oklahoma State is still smarting from the spanking that UT gave it. So, that should be interesting.
Should be. Well, since we are approaching the new year, as we had just mentioned.
Oh, yes, we need to do a complete and total rundown on this because
Yes, this time of year, cheeseball writers with very little talent always resort to doing the end of the year compilation pieces. I have quite a few coming out. Published one today over at Red State, the top Florida man stories of 2023. It's a must read, if I dare say so myself, just so you can just see how batshit crazy the people are in my state. This is a real thing. Everything that I put up there, this isn't like, somebody on Reddit came, I heard my cousin told me this happened. No, this is all documented news items, okay? This is the state where people get upset with the drive-through order. They throw an alligator through the window. Actually happened. This is the state where a guy saw his puppy get dragged in the water by an alligator. He jumped in after it and pried the puppy free and never once lost the cigar in his mouth. This actually happened a couple years ago. Love that story to death. So yeah, go to Red State. I got a lengthy rundown of Florida man stories, but this is the thing. My state being what it is, I had too many.
yeah, you did.
Like my hard work in putting this together was editing because there were so damn many. So thankfully, you people are listening to our show this evening. You get bonus Florida man coverage from 2023.
Mhm.
One of the details I provided in the article is how crazy stories tend to happen nationwide. What sets the Florida man stories apart, however? Layers. We don't just have, hey, that guy was driving his car naked and the cops busted him. Ain't that crazy?
No, that's pretty simplistic.
Yes.
Every Florida man story has, as you say, layers. There are
Yes.
several things going on.
Oh, you arrested a guy driving a cop car naked, did you? Huh. We have a term for that down here. Wednesday. So yeah, with us, the stories are usually very layered. We don't have just like a single crazy batshit occurrence. It's multiples. It's the more you dig into the story, the more of these things you find. Case in point. Here's a story about the Ocala man by the name of Daniel Dinkins. He was arrested and charged with burglary for breaking into a home. He basically threw a brick through a window of the house. And this was kind of what set things in motion from a legal standpoint, i.e., cops are called. Here's where things become Florida man trademarked. After doing so, the perpetrator took time to go swimming in the pool of the home that he had attacked. And then got away for a moment. Cops then kind of canvassed the area, saw some people had, door cams and stuff like that, and they were able to figure out where this guy fled to his home, cleverly enough. And as they confronted the man at his home and explained everything to him, he said, and this was his excuse, yes, that was me. Now it gets even better. So,
There's more.
So now we're like trending into Florida territory, or maybe in the Panhandle. This is where things get really good. His explanation for his action: he threw the brick through the window because they knew their infant son slept in that room. And he wanted to save the child from a future event happening to him, because the man is a time traveler.
Uh-huh.
So this was actually considered good work, I guess you could say. It's looking out for the kid's best interest. I'm from the future. I want to save that kid in the bed, and then I'm going to go swimming. This is us. This is what we do down here. Let's see. I'm gonna save that. The third one I'm gonna save for you especially. But here's another one that has layers to it, as they say, down in my area. Individual breaks into a crab shack restaurant, Joe's Crab Shack, late in the morning, of course, 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in Fort Myers. So he breaks into the place. He's seen on the security camera going to the bar and fixing himself cocktails, as one is wont to do. Then he heads over to the corner racks where they have all their branded souvenir gear and promptly finds himself a Joe's Crab Shack's hat to wear. Goes to the kitchen to fix himself some food, and then goes up to the front lobby and proceeds to squat in a chair and take a crap in the lobby. And all of this takes place, and he absconds without getting caught. Pretty good night for the man, right? I mean, packed a lot of time in his visit there at Joe's Crab Shack. Later, at another date that same week, he had a secondary incident. About 3 p.m. in the afternoon, detective was dispatched out to an area where a naked male had jumped into the Caloosahatchee River. And when the police arrived, there was a decrepit boat, like half sunk, that he climbed aboard. They head over to where the man is at and, bring him to shore and say, hey, let's get everything straight. And then the detective realizes, oh, you're the guy that was crapping in the lobby of Joe's Crab Shack. This guy couldn't keep himself off the radar for 2 days. So I'm, going to cook myself a meal, have a cocktail, cop a squat in the lobby, and get away with it. And now I'm going to jump off a bridge naked and go swimming in the Caloosahatchee River. What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, my word.
Okay. This one's for you, Aggie.
Of course. I know exactly which one you're throwing at me.
Florida man was in a bar during karaoke night. I've already got your attention.
Yes.
Now, I don't know if this would register right away with people, but his choice of song absolutely cracks me up. I don't know if anybody's been to karaoke night. I tend to avoid them at all costs. But once you do go, they have a catalog of songs available for you to choose from, roughly the size of a phone book. Crap ton of choices, right?
Oh, yeah.
His choice of
I
song.
admit to actually haven't done this before, so I'm familiar with the process.
His choice of song is what cracks me up here, though. He chooses the hit Tequila.
By the Champs?
Yes. A song
Wow.
that has a solitary lyric that you speak approximately every 30 seconds. That's your karaoke selection.
This was made famous in the movie Pee-wee's Big Adventure, when Pee-wee was in the biker bar and asked the busboy to borrow his platforms and danced on the bar. Yes, fond memory.
So, yeah, his ensemble choice there was to basically get up there with a microphone and go, tequila. Tequila. This is his karaoke. At the close of the song, as you know, what people want to do, you step back, you accept what meager applause you get from the drunken patrons that are glad you're no longer singing. Set the microphone down and make your way to the table for the next person to take the stage. This individual did not want to. He wanted to sing another song. And DJ was like, well, you just sang, sort of. Somebody else's turn. You can come back up when your name is called again, yada, yada. He objected. He argued. And then he brandished his 18-inch machete knife to threaten the DJ into letting him sing another song. One apparently with 2 lyrics. I don't. There's a thing in Florida. Like machetes are just like part of the culture down here. We just do things. Oh, and he had a machete. It's like that kind of thing. That happens all the time down here. I don't know about bringing machetes to karaoke bars. I'm also not shocked that people brought a machete to a karaoke. Of course he did.
I mean, I'm not saying he was wrong. I'm just saying there's some of us that do.
All right. Let's see. Another Florida man story. This time in Clearwater. Our good friend Dawn's neck of the woods. This guy was a DoorDash driver and was actually good at his job. No complaints. People appreciated him for what he did. Had, I'd say, a good year of door dashing without any blemishes on his record. Until the 40-year-old was arrested and charged with grand theft when the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office happened to see him at a drive-thru collecting food for his next delivery, ran the tags, came to find out he was driving a rental car that had been missing for a full year.
Wait, a year?
Yeah. He never turned it in, and somehow the rental company never missed it.
How do you lose a car? You're a rental company.
I've rented cars, as a couple other Americans have, I'm sure. And if you have like popcorn kernels on the floor, you get a cleaning charge. If you turn in a car with a half-empty gas tank, you get a $150 bill on your credit card. They're on top of credit. How do you not turn a car in for a full year? And they're like, you know something? We just realized there's an empty spot out there. This guy's driving for DoorDash for free.
I'm just stunned.
A lot of people do this to back up their car payment, you know? Hey, I'm going to pay for my insurance by doing DoorDash 2 nights. This guy was like gravy train for a full year and nobody knew it. I don't understand how.
Look, I have misplaced shoes, keys, purses. I think the largest item I ever misplaced was a TV. Don't ask. It's a long story. But how do you misplace a car? How does that happen?
When that's your mode of business. That's what I mean. Sometimes it's a Florida man, sometimes it's a Florida business. It's one of those things that just kind of makes you go, oh, that's where I'm living, Florida. That's right. Just to just put a closure on this.
Oh my God, there's more.
Yes. To show you that I'm equal opportunity and I'm not a sexist. Got a Florida woman story. Apparently at McDonald's, I don't know if this is still the case, but for a time, they had a promotion of sorts. If the drive-through window employee did not ask for or try to promote, you being on the McDonald's app, that would entitle you to a free cookie. Well, one Florida woman in the drive-thru called them out on this.
Well,
Hey, you didn't give me
okay.
my free cookie because you didn't ask me about the app. Okay. Well, this led to problems because the woman was given her cookie.
Oh, wait. Okay. This is I need a brain. She was given the cookie, but she complained.
And this made her irate to the point that she felt she had to take action.
What kind of action? I asked with trepidation.
Well, according to testimony from multiple drive-thru employees, said woman brandished a handgun, promptly filled the handle of the handgun with a clip of bullets, and racked the slide and pointed the gun at the employees, who promptly closed the window and ran away, which enraged her further to the point that she pulled up and then walked into the restaurant waving her weapon around because she was given a free cookie.
Amazing. That just goes to prove you can't please some people.
Yeah,
You just can't.
this takes Karen to an all new level.
This goes beyond Karen because Karen would actually have cause to complain. She actually was given the cookie. Karen would have complained for no cookie. This woman had the cookie and still managed to make a scene of gigantic proportions, which I don't understand.
I really wanted to see this play out. I was like, hey, excuse me, you didn't ask me, where's my free cookie? Here you go, ma'am. You sons of bitches. What's the flow chart here is my question.
I'm trying to figure it out because I thought it literally says, if we don't ask you this, you get a free cookie. They didn't ask, she gets a free cookie. They fulfilled the part of the contract that's stipulated on that decal on the window or whatever, or on the app or wherever it is.
Yeah,
And she went to complain anyway. Yeah, this goes beyond Karen. Even Karen is giving her the sad eye.
I've looked at a couple of news stories. No one ever said she could have maybe been given like an oatmeal raisin. And I might be on her side at that point. So
There's
Just
something
pointed
wrong
something
with
out.
oatmeal raisin. I will die on that hill.
But that is just a sampling of what's gone on in my state. But yeah, head over to Red State and check it out. It's on the front page or under my
please
author
enjoy
name.
Please enjoy the one about the storm drain because that was absolutely awesome to me.
That one, I have to admit, even as a Florida man, I'm in
awe.
I'm still looking at that one with my head doing that, like when you play a harmonica to a dog.
And admittedly, it was Florida woman,
Yes.
which even elevates it further.
I'll just tease you with the phrase recidivist storm drain denizen. Make of that what you will. I can't make much more of it than that, but there you go. I do want to I'm going to throw this one out there. We didn't really talk about it, but you were talking about Karen. Sparked a memory of mine. And speaking of bowl games, so it all ties together here. Karen Phillips, the writer over at Deadspin.
How that play survives is beyond me.
You might recall Mr. Phillips to be the writer who made a name for himself by accusing a 9-year-old boy at a football game of being a racist for wearing blackface and wearing Indian headgear. According to Mr. Phillips, this 9-year-old boy hates blacks and Native Americans. Unknown or unacknowledged by Mr. Phillips, the boy was not in blackface, but in team colors, and also hard to call him hateful of Native Americans when he himself was a Native American. So this just sets the stage for the brilliant mind that is Karen Phillips at Deadspin. He has another one. Florida A&M University. The Rattlers. They play in the one of the lower divisions. They're in the HBCU, historically Black Colleges University Division. They won their bowl game a week or so ago and became national champions in the HBCU conference. And Mr. Phillips was upset because Ron DeSantis was not properly rewarding the team, I guess, or such. Like didn't have an appreciable level of jubilance to Karen Phillips' liking. And then pointed out, oh, but Ron DeSantis is sure out there talking about FSU and the controversy of them not going to the playoffs, that son of a bitch. I'm paraphrasing, of course. But,
of course.
Pretty much basically was saying Ron DeSantis is racist because he was all over FSU but didn't say enough about the Rattlers. It's like, well, I watched Seminoles games this year. They got a couple black guys on the team.
Yes.
Actually, more accurately, I should say they have a couple of white guys on the team.
Yeah.
I don't understand the problem of him focusing too much on FSU and not enough on FAMU. Because, again, lower division team, ergo lowered expectations in import. FSU plays in the SBC. They're Division I team. They're the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the story.
And then, I don't understand where the racism card would come in. I don't get it.
And his piece is all filled with that. It's like, well, when these people explain who they are, just listen to them. He wasn't properly applauding them, and we all know why. Wink, wink. Yeah. Okay, so he's very... But this is what cracked me up the most. He clearly wrote this article, much like the previous article, without doing freaking research, because as he's bitching and moaning about Ron DeSantis, it was brought to his attention, hey, Karen, Ron DeSantis actually did acknowledge him. He was talking about very proud, you made the state of Florida very happy, and all of this. And so he's presented with these two tweets. Here's the one where he's talking about FSU's controversy. Here's the one where he's praising FAMU. This is what Karen Phillips does. Between the two tweets, his praise for FAMU contained 6 fewer words than the one for FSU.
And that means racism?
This proves that he doesn't... He actually wrote that and said, now it might sound petty, but details matter.
No, it is petty. That's all Deadspin is. It's racist pettiness. That's all they are.
Oh, if Ron DeSantis had used 7 more words, everything was cool.
I'll never forget when Deadspin got owned by Ted Cruz. That was one of the most glorious things I'd ever seen on Twitter. It was epic.
It's one of my favorite sites anymore because of this kind of...
It used to be that it was sports oriented, and they just went hard left and looked for racism in everything. And I'm like, I don't understand. I don't get why you have to look for racism in sports that are clearly dominated by minorities. I don't get it. I just don't.
Yeah. You want to talk about egalitarianism to its highest degree, it's sports. If you produce and you're doing it at a high level, you get hired, you play, you get rewarded. Most of them are blacks, maybe with the exception of the NHL. And that's actually something I pissed off Karen Phillips a couple of years ago. When the Black Lives Matter thing was still percolating, he said that it's racist if white people are watching the NBA and the NFL because they're allowing black people to like step and fetch it for their entertainment purposes or some nonsense like this. It's like, so if white people stopped watching the sports, you would be the first person to bitch about it. But what I said to him is like, well, I just take heed in the fact that Karen Phillips is not going to be mad at me for exploiting black athletes because I watch the NHL. Block. This is also the site, mind you, when Mike McDaniels got hired as the Dolphins head coach 2 or 3 seasons ago. It wasn't Karen Phillips this time, but another writer. You can see him banging his fist on the desk. So the bitches, they hired another white guy. They didn't hire a black guy. Why can't they hire black coaches? And then people had to say, hey, Mike McDaniel's half black. He's basically Barack Obama on the sideline. Oops. I mean, this is just what cracks me up about these assholes. It's like, just, I don't know, maybe research. Does that ever come into play when you do an article? No? Not going to look into the matter. You're just going to get pissy and bitchy and flail around emotional. Okay, go ahead. Constantly this happens over there. I love it.
Amazing.
And I think in similar fashion, we had the Associated Press last week telling us that poinsettia plants are racist.
That's the one that blows my mind.
This is when you walk in the office one day. We haven't done a racist piece in a while now. Man, what's it been, like 3 days? We got to find something racist. What's everybody doing? Christmas. Everybody loves Christmas. Everybody's all excited about Christmas. Something's got to be racist about that. Poinsettia plants. Poinsettia. What people don't understand is that the plant is named after the botanist, Jason Poinsett. It's just like, as soon as they start trotting it out, it's a plant with a problematic history.
No, I was just like, and then they started pushing like, oh, it's called this in Mexico and this in this other place. And in Mexico, they're even actually saying, the Aztec name for it, that's the name that they should use. No, it's not an Aztec plant. The Aztecs did not, derive this from, a seed that came, that like the immaculate seed or whatever you want to call it. That's not the way it happened.
I can't believe they stopped short of saying that America appropriated the poinsettia plant from Mexico, but they were
almost there. Yeah, they were almost there.
Well,
never mind that it grows over here. My favorite is, yes, in several Hispanic areas, countries, it is called Noche Buena, which is our term for Christmas Eve. Literally means good night.
Yeah, the article even acknowledged that and said, but that's not what it should be called. It should be what?
Yeah, fuck the article.
Quetzalcoatl. Or however, because like it's got the Aztec spelling of like Tacxtl. But they gave us the phonetics. What was it? Quetzalcoatl, something like. Oh, sure, that's just going to roll off the tongue of all the Americans during Christmas. Oh, you brought a Quetzalcoatl plant. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm going to put it right by the door. These people, I swear.
The fact that they're like trying to make this a racist thing is really irking me because it's a plant. The plant can't be racist. And they actually kind of hint as to why does his name have to be associated with the plant? Because he was the botanist who took it upon himself to name the motherfucking plant. Nobody in Mexico was doing that. They weren't giving scientific nomenclatures to the plants. So he did. That's
Well,
why.
he didn't even do it. Like other scientists named it
was
after
somebody
him
else,
in his
exactly.
honor for bringing the cultivars to America. And they're like, oh, look at this. This is a new plant for us to grow. And then he gets the credit, following the science. But no, the part that kills me is all this took place 200 years ago, and nobody has ever had a problem. And then here's the AP. Some people are now bothered by this history. No, you're bothered. And you found a couple of pain in the ass professors angling to get published with some kind of bullshit racist. There's no shortage of them. Okay.
No.
Oh, you found a contrarian in upper education? This is my shocked face.
It was just I was reading that. I'm going, this is the best you could come up with. This is not scraping the bottom of the barrel. This is literally, you have completely bored through the wooden bottom, gone through the dirt and the silt, and are now sifting through coprolitic crap, okay, in order to get this. This is where they're at.
Actually, I should do this. I should start a trend. Every time something like this happens, I should come in from 180 degrees in the other direction. Like as soon as the AP puts out an article like this, I come back. Poinsettia plants do not belong in this country. It's an illegally planted organism. It doesn't belong. It's going to pervert American plants. It doesn't belong here. It needs to go back to Mexico, and that's going to light them up. You can't say that. Yeah.
Oh,
Poinsettias are an illegal botanical entry in this country. What do you think of that? It's an undocumented plant.
Oh my God, they would go insane.
We need to eradicate this plant now. And watch them stammer and stumbling. But he's can't say that, but he's kind of agreeing with us, but he's doing it in a way we don't like, so we have to push back, which means we're contradicting. Damn it, what do we do? You shut up. That's what you do.
Well, and on that note...
Well, I got that out of my system.
Yeah, you did.
My face was turning as red as a quetashusha plant. But the blood shows, with those shots, you probably know how to pronounce it. You're Latinx.
One day I'm going to take it out of your hide. I'm going to enjoy it.
You can't appropriate my ass.
It depends. Not a lot of people around can actually pronounce Nahuatl because that's the language of the Aztecs. But the word for little flower is Xochitl. And so it's pronounced like so instead of cho by some. Some people pronounce it cho. Some people are ho because the X is an actual H sound in other in Nahuatl as well. So it's nobody knows. So when they gave the pronunciation, I'm looking at it going, yeah, okay, they're going with like this book instead of that book, right?
Sounds like AP was almost racist about that.
Well, like I said, there's a lot of interpretation in several of the pronunciations of Nahuatl. But whatever, whatever flicks their fucking bick. I don't give a shit. I'm going to call it a poinsettia in English and a Noche Buena in Spanish, and they cannot stop me. And what I find interesting is that they're going after poinset and not after the people that called it Noche Buena or Pascua. Okay. And I found that very, very interesting. They're not going after the Hispanics or the Spanish. They're just going after the one guy who spoke English.
Well, he once owned slaves, and he actually worked in the State
Come on.
Department.
If they're going to go that route, then they're going to have to eradicate Noche Buena and Pascua as well.
Well,
And
when he
you
was
and I
in the
both
State
know that.
Department, he helped foster the Trail of Tears with the relocation of Native Americans and his intolerance. It's like, okay, he also helped found the National Science Museum as well as the Smithsonian Institute. So until you block them, shut up. It's like you're not allowed to have any like good accomplishments in your history.
No.
Do not count.
I was
Cancel out anything. It's you were bad once and that's it. Okay,
I
but
was
the Smithsonian, you guys like science. He was part of that.
How is
Yeah,
it that the
but
Smithsonians are still standing?
mm,
Right? How is it that those institutions are still standing?
because it's your question is racist.
Okay.
Well, I think that's going to wrap it for us. We can put a tidy little bow on 2023 now. And wow, Aggie, I'm not going to be able to speak to you again until man, I won't speak to you until next year.
No, I can't wait that long. Oh my God, that's just going to break my heart. Whatever.
Wow.
I know.
I was touched for a moment.
You and I are going to talk tomorrow. We both know this because of the game, so don't worry about it.
Okay. I will not be bereft.
Are you going to wear your helmet?
No, but I got
I know.
some.
Oh, you guys, he sent me a picture of his grandson wearing the helmet, and I squeezed so hard I hurt my throat. It was hilarious.
Like he saw it, he came over to. I had it down on the floor by the tree, and he's looking at it. And you could see for a moment he was like, I really want to, really want to. It's
I really want to touch it. I want to
his
touch
mom
it.
has poisoned him into being a Seminoles fan. And I was like, so much popping on. Go ahead. And it's got even like a complex shin or chin guard. You gotta slide it up and then snap it in because he's like, how's it fit? And then I got it in. It's like, boom, snap. He's like, that fits. So there he is wearing the Hurricanes helmet in his Buffalo Bills shirt.
Yeah, it was pretty classic. Something to please both grandpa and grandma. So that was good.
It's actually funny too. I have like a penalty flag I keep here. Like I have wedged in between the sofa cushions. So during a game, every time something like we see holding or something, I'll sit there and whip this thing out. I was like, what are you talking about? And then boom. And then it'll say flag on the television. It's like, see, gotcha. Well, he loves this thing. He sits there and walks around. He throws a flag at people all the time. Flag
I
on
had
grandma
thought
for
about
talking
making
too
my
loud.
own flags.
I
did.
actually got one for Christmas for him in a stocking. It's an official NFL.
Oh my God, you're kidding. He's gonna go ape shit.
It says NFL. It's got the NFL logo and then in big block letters it says penalty on it. So I had to get that and tie it up for those. Weighted it and I'm putting that in the stocking. It's right there. Now, because half the time, like a game's on, so the freaking my flag, Gage.
It's all fun and games till he's a teenager and says flag on the play, tired of Grandpa's bullshit.
He's already, not using that language, but I do get that. Yeah. He's got me like by push him out of the way or something. It's like, get it, come on, man. He's always coming up and wanting to play tough with me, and then he weighs like about 60 pounds. I can flip him like an omelet. Okay, where's the flag? That's it, bud. Yeah, he's already there. But he'll enjoy that. It'll be cool. Well, we should probably wrap up, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we should.
Let's wrap a bow on 23 here, shall we?
Yes, we shall. And the next time that you hear from us, it'll be what? Wait.
Tuesday?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but what day? What number? I don't remember.
2?
It'll be the 2nd.
Thank you. It'll be the 2nd. Next time
I thought
you
you were like toying with us.
No, I'm telling you,
You need a new journal.
I do, don't I? It'd be great to get it myself. If they have any moleskins on sale, I'm snagging one. I haven't had one in decades.
What? In fact,
All of my journals and stuff like that are just blank books, but not moleskins.
oh man, I would have given you one for Christmas if I knew this.
Well, now you know. You have an entire year to order one that will get here on time.
What size did you want? An A5 or an A6?
I'm not sure. I really am not sure. Because depending on the size, I use them for different things. Like,
That's what she said.
I cannot possibly want to murder you more than I do right now. Rick, you're not helping. Anyway, so Brad, where can we find you? Take a deep breath and tell us.
I am on a regular basis on the front page of townhall.com with my daily column ripped from the headlines, as well as in the coming week or two, I should have some year-end content, including the Town Hall 50, where I'll be compiling the 50 worst journalists of 2023. That's going to be some fun and arduous labor for me. It'll be two things. Also at the front page of Red State, I'm spitting out the content now. Got some year-end stuff coming up there. I'm going to have my also my version of the Pulitzers. I think I've come up with a new trophy, actually. Although I'm going to segue this new year into a new branded category of bad journalism that I'll be awarding on a regular basis. So I've got that coming up. Also can hear me on this very network. Orty, Packard, and myself will be here Thursday night to guide you through some possible year-end content with the entertainment industry on the culture shift. Alternate Thursdays, I'm here with Paul Young from ScreenRant.com as we go through the bad side of Hollywood and bad movies with disasters in the making. Sidebar, did you see that I pissed him off with my Christmas present?
No.
Yeah, because we did the movie
The shirt.
Willy's
Yes.
Wonderland. So he sent me a Willy's Wonderland t-shirt. Light blue, got the logo on the front. I'm like, cool, and cracked my ass up. And promptly waited for him to open the gift for me, the official shirt that was worn by Nicolas Cage in the movie.
Yes, he was rather put out, and now he's going to order it and replace it, I believe.
So I spread the Christmas spirit by pissing off my co-host.
Yeah,
you did. Bitch, where did you get this? I was looking for this. Like, I won. So, much as Aggie won on this show, I at least won on that show. So.
Yes, I won on this show.
But that'll be next Thursday at
that.
8:30. And then, of course, every Tuesday here with the ever-effervescent Aggie Reekin on the Cocktail Lounge. And if you need more of me than that, let's face it, you do. If you head over to Shitter, I am at Martini Shark. How about you, Aggie? Where can people find more of your magnificence?
Well, you can find me at Aggie Reekin and at Aggie the Barkeep. Those are over on X. You can also find me 8:30 p.m. Eastern Tuesday nights doing the Cocktail Lounge with the ever suave you. Friday nights, 8:30 p.m. Eastern doing He Said, She Said, hoping that Mickey comes back sometime in the new year. But as of late with our great producer, Rick, it has been a lot of fun. Once a month, the last Wednesday of every month, which should be tomorrow, we will be doing Toxic Masculinity, 8 p.m. Eastern. And Jeff and I have launched our new podcast. We are doing the third installment, second Monday of January, our Spirited Books podcast. So tune in for that. That's Mondays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, or as Jeff likes to say, Aggie time. Because apparently almost all of my shows start at 8:30 p.m.
Yeah, the only one that doesn't is Toxic, and it's still close.
Yes. So, thanks for joining us, everyone. Sorry about my throat. My voice is off. But we hope you had a lovely evening and have a good night.
A happy New Year, so raise a glass of champagne and look at the ceiling.